Okay, so now that we've gone over a very basic concept of how our footwork works, now we're going to go over striking within the system. So in our system, we have punches and kicks like most, but most of our strikes or punches are open hand. We don't typically use a closed fist. And we'll go over that a little bit more later, but the general gist of it is we use the open hand because it's a bigger surface area. And like we'll typically take like a palm strike jab for this, for instance. We use this horseshoe part of our hand to actually use the striking force, but we have all this part for controlling an individual after we strike. So the major reason we use the open hand is partially because we come from a blade system. We want to be able to strike and control someone simultaneously. We don't want to like strike someone, risk breaking our knuckles or something like that because we had the wrong angulation when we strike, and then now one of our personal weapons is gone. We can no longer utilize it. And if it's our main hand, now we can't draw a weapon. So pretty much all of our hand strikes are open hand. Our first one that we use is a jab, and it's very common, just like what you'd see in boxing. So our jab, rather than this, if you were a boxer, our hands are a little bit more down, and we're going to stand a little bit more straight up. And our jab is going to be an open hand palm strike. We're going to just step forward with our T stance. We can either do the drop step, we can do that cross step, do that skip step, whatever the situation dictates. For this example, we're going to just use some drop steps. So when I do my jab, my drop step and my jab come out at virtually the same time. The footwork drops just a couple milliseconds before the jab hits. That way I have time to transfer energy from my body down to the floor to be grounded, to put all that momentum into motion. So I'm in the T stance, pick up for the drop step, step down, and strike. Boom, just like that. I'll do it a couple times for you. So when we drop step, we're pretty much always moving forward. Very rarely are we stationary, if ever, in the system. So as I'm moving forward, I'm going to just keep doing some jabs so you guys can see it. Drop step and jab. Our hands don't come close to our face like this, like boxers, because we need them to be one high, one low, so that way we can cover more of our body. So if we are dealing with someone with a weapon, or an unknown if they have a weapon, we have a good ratio of a protectionary gap for our body. So if someone were to strike down low with a knife, this hand, in theory, is able to stop it because it's closer to the attack. And this hand's still delivering that strike. So rather than them being up here in a closed fist or whatever manner, we do open hand like this. Very similar to like what you see Thai boxers. Thai boxers typically do this. We're kind of meeting it halfway. Our shoulders are relaxed, hands are out, palms open. So now when we drop step, boom. It's like that.